Welcome friends, I'm Rose Oatley with another delicious air fryer recipe you don't want to miss. Today we're making juicy and flavorful ribeye steaks. Before you get started, it's very important that you preheat your air fryer. You want to make sure that when that steak hits that basket, it's nice and hot. And by the way, my air fryer is an Emerald brand and it's a 5.2 liter basket. All right, so we're going to preheat this at 400 degrees and you want to just let it run on empty for at least 6 minutes. Another important tip before you get started is to let your steaks sit out for at least 20 minutes so they come to room temperature. Cold meat to a cold pan will cause the meat to become dry and lose all those juicy flavors. Also, when cooking steak on a pan and you start with cold meat, it can cool off your pan, not allowing it to get that nice sear you want. A nice sear will help lock in the meat flavors and juices. I like to start by adding a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to my steaks. You don't need a lot. And then I take a brush it all on there. You want to make sure you do both sides and also run your brush along the sides of the steak. Add salt and pepper to both sides. Real quick, if you're looking for a video and can't find it on my front page, be sure to go up top where it says videos and playlists. I've got lots of videos in there for you as well. Add A1 sauce to a plate. You could either use the hearty or original. Either one will work just fine. You'll also need Montreal steak seasoning, which I highly recommend because it adds a really nice flavor to it. Now, if you for some reason can't find it and you wish to use your own seasoning, that's perfectly fine as well. As you can see, I spread my sauce out a little bit. Now I'm going to be adding a little bit of Montreal seasoning in there. Lay your steak right on it, rub it in the sauce, and flip it over. Now add more of your steak seasoning on top. Yes, baby, I love to season. All right, guys, so now I'm just going to flip my steak over and add seasoning to this side as well. Make sure to get the sides of your steaks. You want everything completely coated. A brush can also be pretty handy. We're going to start with our first batch of 2 steaks. Just in time, my air fryer is done preheating. Now, when you pull out your basket, make sure not to place it directly on your countertop. It's pretty hot and you can ruin your countertop. I usually just place it on top of my cutting block. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of olive oil and spray the bottom of my basket. I like using this spritzer that I got through Amazon. I'll post a link in the description below. Try and avoid using the aerosol cans because they can damage the coating of your basket. If you don't have a spritzer or a spray bottle, you can just use a brush to brush your olive oil in there. The olive oil is just to help food from sticking. We're going to be cooking 2 steaks at a time because that's all my air fryer can fit, and you also don't want to overcrowd things. Your steaks will cook while you work on your sides, so it's really not a big deal. All right, let's get these babies in. We're going to start by cooking our steaks on one side at 400 degrees for 8 minutes. They have been cooking for 8 minutes. Now, it's important that you come back and flip your steaks over because we're going to continue cooking them. Let me show you real quick what they look like right now. Let's flip them over. If you wish, you can spray them a little bit more with olive oil. We're going to continue cooking on this side at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to chop up a little bit of fresh parsley just to add as garnish. By the way, if you're enjoying my videos so far, be sure and hit the like button and help me out by sharing this with friends. It's been 7 minutes. We want to go ahead and remove these and put them on our cutting board. We want to let them rest for at least 5 minutes. Do not cut right into them. Allowing them to rest will lock in more flavor and create a succulent piece of meat. While they're resting, I'm going to add a slice of butter and garnish them with fresh parsley. I have already started cooking my second batch and we'll go over that in just a minute. All right, friends, so these have been resting for a while, but I want to cut into them so you can see what they look like when I cut in. Now, these are going to be more of a well done to medium well, and they are so juicy and tender. Now, stick with me because our second batch is going to be a different cut. All right, my second batch here has been cooking for 8 minutes on one side. So we're going to flip these over and we're going to continue cooking these at 400 degrees for an additional 5 minutes. All right, guys, it's been 5 minutes. Now take a look at these. I smell them so good. I'm going to also let these rest for a while, but I'm going to add my butter and my parsley. Now, if you wanted to, you could also melt some butter with some minced garlic, a little bit of thyme and rosemary, and create your own steak gravy for it instead. All right, let's go ahead and cut into these. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is my cut here. This is more of a medium rare to medium cut, which I absolutely love. Now, just a quick note that the thickness of your steak and your air fryer can make a difference. So if you have to, go ahead and just adjust your time accordingly. If you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so below or hit my little picture on the side. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell to get notified of all of my new videos. And please be sure to check out these links on the side. Share with your friends. Thanks for watching and your support.